viewers. In this video lecture, we are going to see on topic Navy-based models from the second unit of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. Objectives are to understand how Navy-based models are used for reasoning in AI and to understand about the basic concepts and basic formulas of Navy-based models. Navy-based algorithm is a supervised learning algorithm which is based on probabilistic theorem, that is Bayes theorem. It is used for solving classification problems. It is mainly used in text classification that includes the high-dimensional training dataset. It is one of the simple and most effective classification algorithm which helps in building the fast machine learning models that can make quick predictions. It is a probabilistic classifier. The classification algorithm is otherwise called as classifier. Since it uses the probability concepts, it is called as probabilistic classifier, which means it predicts on the basis of probability of an object. It is used in Navy-based algorithm is used in spam filtration, sentimental analysis and classifying articles. It comprised of two words, Navy and Bayes. Navy means it assumes that the occurrence of a certain feature is independent of the occurrence of other feature. Such as if the fruit is identified on the basis of color, shape and taste, then red, spherical and sweet fruit is recognized as an apple. Hence, each feature individually contributes to identify that is an apple without depending on each other. Bayes. It is called Bayes because it depends on the principles of Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem, it is actually one formula, Bayes rule. The formula includes the conditional probability of the events. That is the conditional, it is used to determine the probability of a hypothesis with prior knowledge. It depends upon the conditional probability. That is, if A and B are two events, A on B, probability of A on B can be calculated from probability of B on A into P of A divided by P of B. This formula is called as Bayes rule. It is otherwise called as Bayes theorem, where P of A on B is called as posterior probability, that is probability of hypothesis A on the observed event P. P of B on A is called as likelihood probability, that is the probability of evidence given that the probability of the hypothesis is true. P of A is prior probability, that is the probability of hypothesis before observing the evidence. P of B is the marginal probability, that is the probability of evidence. Working of Navy-based classifier. Suppose we have a data set of weather conditions and corresponding target variable play. So using this data set, we need to decide that whether we should play or not on a particular day according to the weather conditions. So to solve this problem, we need to follow the below steps. Convert the given data set into frequency tables. Generate likelihood table by finding the probabilities of given features. Now use Bayesian theorem to calculate the posterior probability. Now let us have one simple example, and in this data set we are having the different outlook, that is some weather conditions, rainy, sunny, overcast, etc. and corresponding play value is whether we can play or not, that is we will have only two values, yes or no. So in this way we are having 13 number of, in this data set we are having 13 outlook and the corresponding play values. Now we have to find out the frequency table for weather conditions, that is for the different weather condition, overcast, rainy, sunny, and we have to calculate the total number of yes and total number of no for the particular weather. For example, rainy having totally 2 yes values and 2 no values, sunny having 3 yes values and 2 no values. In this way we have to add the total number of yes and no values, and again we have to add all the frequency values. So the total number of yes is 14, total number of values is 14. So we are having some probability, so we have calculated some a probability value vertically and horizontally. And next step is we have to use the Bayes rule formula, and in the left side we want to calculate our required probability value, that is P of yes on sunny. That is, if the weather is sunny, whether we can play or not. That is, what about the probability of having the yes value for play if the weather is sunny? That is P of yes on sunny. If sunny is true, what about the probability of having the yes value, which is equal to probability of sunny on yes star P of yes divided by P of sunny. So before that we have identified some probability values. Now we can apply the values, that is P of sunny on S equal to 0.3, P of sunny equal to 0.35, P of S 0.75. We could identify the value, probability value of having the S value if the weather is sunny is equal to 0.60. So in this way we can calculate the probability, conditional probability values of some events for some scenarios using Navy Bayes classifier. And Navy Bayes classifier is having much more applications, like it can be used for binary as well as multi-class classifications. It performs well in multi-class predictions as compared to other algorithm. It is the most popular choice for text classification. Also, it is having a disadvantage, that is, it assumes that all features are independent or unrelated, so it cannot learn the relationship between the features. Thank you.